Welcome, everyone. For those of you, already deep in the world of watches, they're much more than just time tellers. But today's deep dive, looking at the Watch Ho& Co. Selten Jew collaboration, it really shows us just how much story a watch can pack in beyond the usual hours and minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really not just a mechanism, is it? It's a statement, a real testament, I think, to community, that shared passion and craftsmanship. And our sources, especially some parts from the Jewy, a horological celebration of community and craft, they give us this fantastic look into it. Its symbolism, its creation, it's quite deep.
Right. So our mission today is really to unpack how this specific watch, this collaboration embodies that connection, that artistry. We want to reveal the stories, the insights that are sort of embedded right into the design itself. How every choice, concept, dial, movement serves this bigger idea. Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. The genesis of the Jew watch. It's a collaboration between Watch Ho& Co., that's the Hong Kong watch community, founded by Jackie Ho, and the indie brand Selten. And this whole thing came about to mark Watch Ho& Co.'s second anniversary.
Yeah, and the name itself is so revealing, isn't it? Jew. It translates roughly to meet or gather.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just a name. It's the core idea, the ethos.
Yeah.
It really does seem to inform every single design choice. It makes the watch this wearable reminder of moments, friendships built over this shared hobby, a symbol of coming together.
Exactly. And that ability to take something abstract like connection, put it into a physical thing, that's what makes the Jewy so interesting to me. This piece is just, steeped in symbolism, history, craft, the passion that brings collectors together. It really makes you wonder, how much story can one watch dial actually hold?
Well, the dial is definitely the heart of it all,
Yeah.
symbolically speaking. It's cut from natural black to Tahitian mother of pearl. And the source describes it as having this incredible iridescent surface, shifting tones, green, violet, red, blue, depending on how the light hits it, almost like a mini galaxy on your wrist.
Wow. And you mentioned the dial is where the story really comes alive.
Right.
What are some of those details we might miss if we weren't looking closely?
Oh, plenty. So Selten engraves the surface with this CNC machined pattern, the guilloche style pattern. I call it a mountain pattern. Now, guilloche is usually that intricate hand-done engraving. Using CNC here gives incredible precision, a modern take maybe. But the pattern itself, the mountain, it's derived from ancient Chinese armor. Historically, that meant, unity, protection.
Mm-hmm.
But for the Jew, they've reinterpreted it. Here it represents the individual collectors within the bigger watch community, each one part of this larger whole.
Interesting connection, armor to collectors.
Yeah. And then around that central pattern, you've got these rings of finely intersecting circles. Each one's different, but they're all connected, symbolizing, the range of collecting styles, the local clubs, the international networks, the whole ecosystem, really.
I see.
And the hands, skeletonized sword hands. They keep that armor reference going, but they're open, so you can still see all that detail on the dial underneath. Very clever.
Mm-hmm.
One little detail, there's a Chinese numeral at 2 o'clock, right on the chapter ring. It marks the anniversary, but it's super discreet, doesn't mess with the clean look.
It's quite something how all those pieces weave together, telling the story of collective passion, but also individual journeys within the hobby. But does all that symbolism, does it ever feel like too much? Or is it subtle enough that it just adds layers?
I think it's definitely the latter. The beauty is in subtlety. You don't need to know the whole backstory to appreciate how it looks. But if you do know, well, it adds so much meaning. It's like finding those hidden Easter eggs in a movie, The more you know, the richer the experience. It invites you in.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's really the mark of great design, isn't it? It draws you in. Okay, moving beyond the symbols for a second, let's talk engineering, materials, how they bring this all to life. Because every choice there seems deliberate, too. Like the case 316L stainless steel, 50 meters water resistance, pretty standard but solid. And the dimensions, 39 millimeter diameter, just under 10 millimeters thick, 45.5 millimeter lug to lug, 20 millimeter lug width.
Right, and those dimensions aren't just random numbers. They're really versatile.
Yeah.
It hits that sweet spot, makes it wearable for almost anyone. It kind of avoids being too niche, which ties back to that meet and gather idea, right? A watch designed to be welcoming.
Good point.
And protecting that amazing dial, you've got a domed sapphire crystal, internal anti-reflective coating, standard high-quality stuff. But then flip it over. There's the exhibition case back, engraved, of course, marking the anniversary and the collaboration. And you get a clear view of the custom Selten rotor inside. That transparency, showing the inner workings, it sort of mirrors the openness of the community it represents. It's not just for looks.
That makes sense. And powering it all is the Miyota 9039 automatic. It's known, right? Slim, no date movement, reliable, stable timekeeping, 28,800 VPH, about 42 hours power reserve.
Exactly. And, in a world where watch brands often guard their movement secrets, using a Miyota, even a custom decorated one, feels quite transparent, almost open source like some online communities.
Yeah.
It subtly challenges that idea that only expensive in-house movements have real value. So the
Yeah.
community's values are kind of on display too, not just the mechanics.
It's a really insightful way to look at it.
And then there's the strap. Easy to overlook, but important. It's a has-no-bounds, hand-stitched French Epsom leather strap, lined with green goatskin, nice touch for comfort, flexibility, and a standard brushed steel pin buckle. Which brings up the question, really, how do all these material choices, the technical bits, actually enhance that whole narrative? The watch as art, but also as this community symbol.
Yeah, that's the core of it, isn't it? It's where the story becomes something you can actually, touch and wear. And that tangibility extends to how you even get the watch, because the way it's being released is part of the story, too. So, for those of you listening who might be interested, the Watch Ho& Co. X Selten Jew is exclusive, pre-order only, just a 72-hour window. It starts 11 p.m. Hong Kong time on August 13th, 2025.
And the price is set at USD 1,099. But the key thing is the limited nature. Once this production run is done, that's it for this Black Mother of Pearl version. No more will be made. Each one comes with a box, signed artwork, warranty, cleaning cloth, the whole package. That scarcity, it definitely adds another layer. Makes owning one feel like being part of a special circle, mirroring the community aspect again.
So, wrapping things up a bit, what does this all mean for you listening, whether you're a serious collector just starting out, or maybe someone who just appreciates design and storytelling? I think this deep dive really shows how an object, even a watch, can go way beyond its basic function. It becomes this tangible piece of shared passion, history, community bonds. It's a reminder, really, that sometimes the real value isn't just the materials or the mechanics, but the connections and stories it holds. Yeah, the Watch Ho& Co. Quilex Selten Jew is just a fantastic example of how collaboration, rooted in symbolism and community, can elevate an everyday item into something, well, profound and personal. It's a conversation starter, definitely. A piece of wearable history and proof of what shared enthusiasm can create.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. In a world that's so full of mass-produced things, think about the objects around you. Even everyday stuff. Could they be hiding stories, shared connections, craftsmanship we just don't notice anymore? How might you look differently at the things you encounter every day? Maybe looking for their deeper beauty, their own quiet invitation to meet, to gather stories, and to connect beyond just the surface level.